Hello, people. Today is a Monday. Monday the 6th, 7, 8. I think I'm right. It's the 6th. 6th of July. We have 20 more days to the Afrigo Band show. Kakati, let's jump in. There's one thing, as a matter of observation, there's very little or nothing written about my dad. Hey! And many people have been very keenly following my dad's life story. Because I think Uganda, teyandi badde weeri if some of our parents had played a very big role. They were the first billionaire elites post-independence. Mark those words. 1969, Erugogo, waliwo conference obote gyali akoze nga y'amaanyi nnyo. All the heads of state, Kenneth Kaunda, Jomo Kenyatta, Mwalimu Nyerere, everybody. Abana babayitanga ba youth wingers, UPC. That was the label. But these were the young elites, over the young people. My father had finished school at Bukalasa that year. Kati government neba kwata bonna neba yingiza ekintu kyawe kyaki ekya second whatever bakita batya common man's charter. Bali bana bagezi nnyo, but already my dad was the Mango Boys Club. Ninde bintu ngenda bikola ko research ngenda binonyereza mbangina bawa information yeno. Mango Senior School tewasomwanga mwana nga simugezi. You have to have, and the good thing, my dad had the football thing working for him, and that's how he got his scholarship. On Scala, of course, and his friendship to the Kabaka Frederick Mutesa. By 1969, Mutesa had left. Yeah, he was overthrown in 1966. 1966 was the attack on the Ruwiri. Yes. My dad was just joining Bukalasa, having finished. Where? Mango Senior School. Mango, Burange, Mango, Ruwiri, Suji, whatever, they are all in the same jurisdiction. If you know Sir Albert Cook Hospital in Mango, beba janja batata wange awuna waliwo sente za tata wange mpitirivu nnyo. Private wing yawe extension tata wange ya already bwe bwamukwata mu 1990 bumkwata mu 89. So by 1990 he's very poorly. He was admitted. They had to extend and put a private wing. If you go behind the hospital where there are many trees and leaning towards the hill down, and he was very, very ill. Cancer, whatever, I don't even know. And then he was discharged. Where he was born. He had built a very, very beautiful house in the village, Chitagobwa. The first house he built was his childhood. Because remember, it wasn't a good. I told my dad didn't have a very humble beginning. Things weren't visible. So the windfall comes about in so many circumstances. Kakati obote yakwata bonna ba Museveni bane bonna bali bonna kati Obote unfortunately bamujjako. Obote nga bamujjako mu 71. Olwo alina principal private secretary we Henry Chemba mukwano gwa taata wange bonna nga yebalinga. In fact, on that trip, my dad would have been in Singapore. Maybe he was tied up with the finishing of that building. The headquarters of Mango Growers Cooperative Union. Nabagamba ekizimbe kyali kyamaanyi nnyo. Mwe muli n'ekizimbe kyamalirize kyaki ekya Uganda Commercial Bank. Si yazimba UCB. Ebyo byonna byali grandiose projects za Obote. Mumanyi kino ekintu kya socialism wa communism kyalingamu ebintu ebyo. Bazimba ebintu ebiraga ye communication house, ye Crested Towers, bali mu ssente empitirivu nnyo. So kati ato ne bamujjako. Naye what I'm trying to give to you as history. Nze ndi mutabani wa mwami Kyama. I'm his first born son. Era embaga mugimanyi. Embaga yali organized by the mayor of Kampala. Walusimbi Mpanga. A very good friend of ours. Yajjanga n'awaka. Mr. Mpanga. Mulimu n'abantu abalala benzenda mu bifaananyi. Luckily enough, we saved a few pictures. Kubanga ennyumba yaffe baagyocha. Mu 1985 baayokya ennyumba yaffe e Kyebando. They burnt our house when they came to buggle us. Because there were a lot of records my dad was keeping at home. Twalina officer waka. He was an accountant, chief financial auditor. Kakati ngenda bagamba ekyaliwo. Batata baffe, the Mango Boys Club, era yali very instrumental, yalimu abantu, a considerable number of the young elites, like I told you before in the story. I'm bringing up this because somebody asked me, why isn't anything on record? Bebate kutalo mutalo wa Museveni. Nenga lwaye bitandise muki? Mu 70s. Uganda Freedom Movement, UFM, Kayira. Kati nze mawuli ebintu ze byenjukira. Bye nalaba nako. Uncle Paulo Mwanga. Naye nina story naye ngendo bawa. Naye ngenda ba exposing ita mutemu abimanya mwe mwasoma bilala whatever you read. Icho oyito joko. Oyito joko. Eyo story njajiba bulungi nnyo. Nagikola ka video ne ka deletinga. Kati ate na facts endala. Ebimuga byali biwandiike. Okiraba, who killed Oyito Joko? Biwanvu byalimu ba power players kati bamuzeeyi baffe bebagagawala nga baana bato. They have a new vision of Uganda. Basecuringa ebyobugagga byabwe. Kamboye example ndalaba. Mu 86 mujjukira ka cross country Museveni kyatambuliranga mu akawaiti. Zemba vuli tamanyi bintu bino. My dad had a very good background mu byaki, mu agriculture. Bukalasa Agricultural Institute. He had penetrated much of the innings and work in Sakati. I think he was consulted around that time. Mu 80s, not in Bagama, 80s, Obote ate to appease the elites about keeping it busy. To avoid ngalete chintu cha parastatos. Parastato. When they liberalized the right to privatization, but it's non-performing assets. That was it. Kabenza patwangi yakabula. nakagulira Kawanda Research Station. Hi Christina. Hello sweetie. Yeah. Nakagulira Kawanda Research Station era yali muzungu eyali alwaninga project ngeri under GTZ. Mzungu oyo nga zze bebasooka okudduka mu 85 nga gundi titokera ajjeko government. But anyway, story ya tata wange nsobola ogiteeka together because eri very relevant nnyo erina historical facts zekola ki zefiiringa ereeta ebibuuzo bingi nnyo kubanga tuwadde Museveni agamba nti akola ki yalwana olutalo lw'eruweero naye eruweero yewaali faamu yaffe kati fe twalinayo faamu nene kakiri mixed model farm mwe temulabye ku faamu ezirina n'ebyuma ebikama amata everything was there eri faamu yetayimwe byonna baabyonoona waliko n'enkambi baalya buli kimu kyonna kyaggwawo but ebyo byonna nebisigala awo after the war nzijukira mu 86 twabaddayo between 80s awo nzijukira muzeeyi yalinga in and out. He was always behind the scenes. Balina ebintu byebaali baluka kati nga mu 85 okukomyawo kabaka Mwenda Mutebi yakomawo n'agenda eruweero omupiira gwe baorganizing ogwa 85 to boost the morale. 23rd November 1985 KCC versus Express, yellow versus red. Tata nga mwagizi waki wa KCC naye ne bazanya syndicate Express wangule mukwano gw'abangi sente yali awo ku mmeeza batereze moral era waayitawo omwezi ogumu by January government ng'ekyuse naye nga already 85 bamaze okukizanya. It was a theatre. Temumanyi bintu bino. Anyway, to help that person who asked me, the thing is simple. I would assume my dad and his friends nkambawe red flags zenzijukira ng'omwana benzi ya Mugalu, benzi ya Kiryowa, benzi ya tata wange, benzi ya Patrick, benzi ya ni zonna wagenda nga ku Little Flowers akawungezi Bat Valley. Sunday wagenda nga ku Trattoria restaurant oba mu weekend Trattoria yalinga mu Inkotorio Hotel Vow. Then waliwo Lord Zibba ku Kaleerwe Gaza Road oluguudo lwali lw'abagagga beereere buli eyasula nga ku Gaza Road nga asula ku nnyumba ya eka 20 acres lubiri bwe luti mumanyi waffe bwe twali tubeera nabagamba nti kabaka yali agenda kusula waffe and then things were changed and then he ends up staying in Komamboga. Then from Komamboga nasula ku Buganda Road flats twalinawo ka flat awo ne Uncle Patrick. That is 1985. Abatamanyi bintu era kabaka bwajja on purpose n'amala n'addayo naye nga nabatereeza I think we can njogedde bingi nnyo. Nina kufuna omuntu publisher tuwandike story ya tata wange bulungi nnyo kubanga erimu tribulations nyingi nnyo. Embaga gye yakola mu 1972 teddibwangamu mu Uganda. I would say it's the most expensive wedding ever held in Uganda. Mumanyi obulamu mamange byakuliramu bwe yalimu nze nzijukira twalinyanga ennyonyi Kampala, Entebbe, Nairobi tulina ennyumba e Kenya olwasoma 17 18 19 ntandika okusoma nange Monteseru nasomera Kenya okudda e Buganda Road Kampala Club byani byonna ngati he was that middle class of people biwanvu but they were group